afternoon, U.S. history buffs in Marietta had the chance to attend a lecture highlighting the accomplishments of a major figure in the American Revolution. This afternoon, the campus Martius Museum hosted Alan Hoffman, president of the American Friends of the Lafayette. Hoffman's lecture focused on the human rights concerns of Marquis de Lafayette. In the U.S., the French Lafayette is most famous for his military accomplishments during the American Revolution, including his leading role in the Battle of Yorktown, the last battle of the war. Outside of his military career, Lafayette showed great concern for human rights, promoting the abolition of slavery and the rights of Native Americans, among other causes, as Hoffman explained.
There's no one like him. Certainly among his contemporaries, he stands head and shoulders above any other person. And even today, it's hard to find someone who equaled him in his work.
The campus Martius Museum is currently hosting Vive Lafayette, an exhibit in partnership with the American Friends of Lafayette. Lafayette is also the namesake for the Lafayette Hotel in Marietta. The museum is commemorating his May 23, 1825 visit to the area with various events leading up to a celebration on the 23rd.